If the lighting throughout this video is awful, I'm sorry, but the sun keeps going behind the clouds and then keeps coming out of the clouds and in the clouds. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna try my best and hopefully it's not gonna be that crazy. But hello, welcome to another TBR jar picks my reads for the month. So I did this last month and for some reason I deleted everything, like all of the footage that I had gone. So I'm gonna reintroduce the new TBR jar. This is new. I could not fit my hand through the old one, so I decided to finally go ahead and buy a new one. And I'm really happy that I did because it's so much easier to pick the prompts from this one. I'm gonna choose around 5 prompts because I don't want to get overwhelmed. For October, I actually ended up reading 3 out of the 5 books. I'm really sad that I didn't end up getting to the 2 books that I had left. And I do have some books that are my full TBR, which obviously the last month for me to read my full TBR is November. And those books are these ones, these 5. So I would love if I could get some of these. It doesn't need to be everything, but I would love if I could get some of these. Okay, so let's start. The first prompt, let's pick one from the bottom. I always get so excited picking up a prompt. Blind pick. So what that means is I'm just gonna close my eyes. Obviously, they're very randomly put on the card, so I don't really know where everything is. So I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna blindly pick. I don't really have a lot of books in the back. I have just 1 row, so I don't think that I'm gonna pick from there. Okay, wait. I want something small. Wait, this is small. What's that? It's actually really small. I don't remember where everything is, so that's the whole point of having a blind pick. Okay, I'm just gonna go a random. This. Oh my gosh, it feels pretty big. Oh, okay. The Game Changer by Lana Ferguson. I haven't read anything. That's a lie. I have listened to an audiobook from Lana Ferguson. I didn't like it, but it was like a novella and it felt really instant love, so makes sense why I didn't like it. But it was still like a 3-star, something like that. It wasn't like bad necessarily. It's just it wasn't for me. So I guess this is going to be the first book on my TBR for the month. This is a sports romance and I think that she's a baker. If you have seen any of my videos, you will know that I love bakers. I love chefs. I love everything that has to do with cooking and baking and everything like that. So I think that that's gonna be really exciting. I don't know exactly what it's about. Oh, okay. So she is his best friend's little sister. I feel like I haven't read something like that in a bit. I think that it used to be such a popular trope and now I don't see it that much, but I'm excited. I'm hoping that I'm gonna like it. I have heard really good things about this one and about Lana Ferguson in general, so I'm really excited. And actually, something that I just remembered, I think that there's going to be like a second book in the series and the cover just got revealed, so actually great timing. Okay, so this is going to be the first book. Not fall. I knew that I could just pick from this side and it would be for my fall TBR, but I felt like that was cheating. Okay, so prompt number 2. I really like the first one. Okay, this is big. Most recent book on my want to read list. Oof, let's see. Okay, I do have a lot of books that are not released yet, and I do also have a lot of books that I haven't read the synopsis of them yet. So I'm gonna go for the newest book that I have actually read the synopsis of. Let me scroll down a bit because essentially I add books on my want to read list and then I go back in and read what they're about. This is the one that I have read the synopsis and it's Acting Mary by Martha Keyes. It's a Christmas book, which is honestly kind of nice for October, and it's 208 pages. That's amazing. I didn't know that it was that short. I haven't heard anyone talking about it. It's a newer release and it's fake dating, which I really like. So that's gonna be the second book. So far, we're not doing great with picking from my full TBR. That's okay. Let's go into the third prompt. Matches the season. Ooh, that's a tricky one because November is technically fall, but for me, it's kind of split in half. The first 2 weeks of November is considered fall for me, but the last 2 weeks of November is considered Christmas. Because we already have a Christmas book in my TBR, I am actually gonna go for a fall book. Let's see. Okay. I think I'm gonna do Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon because this is actually the only witchy book that I have left. And I know that if I don't read it in November, I'm not gonna read it until next year because I think that the other books, I can technically read them. Like they were cozy reads and that's why I put them on my full TBR. They're not about witches or anything like that. I mean, I have The Fake Mate by Lana Ferguson, which is about werewolves, but I already have one Lana Ferguson book on my TBR for the month, so I don't really want to add another one. For that reason, I am gonna go with A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. This is the first book in a trilogy and I'm really excited about it. It sounds really fun. Obviously, we have a witch. Okay, that was creepy. I don't know if the camera picked it up, and I don't even know if it was just my imagination, but I literally heard a sound, a weird sound, while I was saying it's about a witch and a demon. I am going to ignore that. Anyways, yeah, this is about a witch and a demon. It sounds really fun. I haven't read anything about a demon this season, so kind of exciting, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna like it. I haven't really heard that many things about it, which is kind of weird because I feel like I saw a lot of people buying it, but not a lot of people talking about it and reviewing it, so we'll see how I will feel about it. Hopefully I'm gonna like it. So this is the third book on my TBR for the month. Okay, let's move on to the fourth prompt. This is going by so fast and I'm so sad about it. Let's see. That's a long one. Starts with the first letter of my name. Okay, so my name is obviously Anthi and the first letter is A. Let me see. Cannot do any of my full TBR. Do I even have anything? Okay, what the heck? Why do I not see anything? Okay, that's the first one. That's the second. And that's it. Am I missing something? Okay, I don't think that I have anything else. So I have two books. The first one is All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. The amount of times that you have seen me trying to choose if I'm gonna pick this book or not is probably way too much. It is a very intimidating book. It's not my fault. And then we have A Cosmic Kind of Love by Samantha Young. Ooh. Oh, I'm on page 10 apparently of this book. I'm not excited about either of these actually, which is kind of sad. I feel like this matches the season a bit, but maybe it's more wintry. Should I leave it for winter? I'm gonna pick this one just because it's shorter, because like I said, I'm not excited about either of these for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm gonna go with A Cosmic Kind of Love since it's shorter. I don't remember why I stopped reading it. It wasn't that I didn't like it. I just put it down. I think that it might have been like, no, actually I think that it was in a reading slump. Yeah, I think that it was around the time that I read The Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna, and then I was in a reading slump, so I went to pick that up just so I can read it because it was on my TBR for the month, but I just could not do it, so that's why. And then we have the fifth and final prompt, which is going to be a hyped book. Okay, that gives me a lot of range. Hyped book. I don't know. Okay, I have Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. That is definitely a very hyped book, but that was on my TBR for October. Do I want to put it again 2 times in a row? That feels not great. And then I have Rewind It Back by Liston 40. I don't actually think that I'm ready to read this. I think another one might be Gloves Off by Stephanie Archer, but at the same time, I don't think that it's as hyped as the other books in the series, so I don't even know if that is considered a hyped book. I think I have one. Okay, I feel like The 70-Year Sleep by Ashley Poston is definitely considered a hype book. And then another one that I have is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I feel like that's definitely another very hyped book. The next hyped book that I have is Powerless by Elsie Silver, and I think I'm gonna do this one actually because I read the first 2 books in this series back to back. I think it's springtime maybe, and I really love them, but for some reason I'm not that interested in the characters of this book. I don't know why, I just don't really care about them, so for that reason I have been avoiding it. But I do want to read the 4th book in this series, which is about Theo Silva, and that's like a book that I'm really excited about. So for that reason, I think I'm just gonna put this one because obviously the series is very hyped. So I'm gonna add this one just so I can get to the 4th book because I need to finish with this. I want to finish with the series in general so that I can read more books from Elsa Silver. I feel like I'm just stuck, and the reason is that I just don't really care about this couple, and I don't even think that I'm gonna hate them. I think that I'm actually gonna have fun with them because I really enjoy Elsa Silva's writing. It's just I'm not that intrigued about this one, but I think I'm gonna put this one on my TBR for the month, and hopefully that's gonna motivate me to actually pick it up. Okay, so that's it. I only managed to put 1 book from my full TBR on this month's TBR. I was hoping that I could do at least 2, but that's okay. I can still read them even though they're not on my TBR for the month. But that brings us to the end of this video. Let me do a quick wrap up. The first book is The Game Changer by Lana Ferguson. The second book is Acting Mary by Martha Keyes, which is a holiday like Christmas book, which hopefully is gonna get me in the holiday spirit towards the end of the month. Then I have A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Holly, which hopefully is gonna get read in the first week/2 weeks of November so that I'm closer to fall. And then we have A Cosmic Kind of Love by Samantha Young. This is I think the only book that I'm really not looking forward to like at all because I just don't really care about it. I was excited when I first bought it, but now I have forgotten the existence of this book. So we'll see how that will go. And then we have Powerless Yes by Elsa Silver, which is technically a book that I'm also not excited about, but it's kind of different because I'm not as intrigued about it. But I am excited about getting back into the Chestnut Springs world, if that makes any sense. So yeah, those are the 5 books that are going to be on my TBR for the month. Hopefully I'm gonna get through all of them. I'm gonna do my best. That's all I had to say. I hope that you liked this video, and I hope that I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
You give me butterflies when you smile, and it feels so good.